Hey everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant.
And Carmen Norris.
And welcome to another playthrough by GreyElephant Gaming. Now we're playing the final scenario.
Arkham Horror, the card game.
That's right, so we've already gotten through the first two. We're on the final one of this box set, the Devourer below. So at this point, I think we're going to finally start seeing who the big bad boss of this box set is. And we're going to take him down, right?
Of course.
Of course. All right, here we are. We're on our final scenario for the Arkham Horror card game. So let's get it set up here. Part 3, The Devourer Below. After a frantic nighttime search throughout Arkham, you have tracked down the questioned several members of the cult. Your findings are disturbing. They claim to worship a being known as Umbrella, a monstrous, of course it's not really Umbrella, a monstrous entity from another realm. You are able to confirm much of Lita's story. The cult is agitated over the destruction of the ghoul lair. However, a surprising detail also turns up. The one who invaded the lair and set this night's events in motion was none other than Lita Chandler herself. You are not sure why this important detail was omitted from Lita's story. Did she tell you only as much as was necessary to draw you into her conflict? But in another light, she seems to be fighting to protect the city of Arkham from a terrible menace. The final piece of the puzzle was found written in the journal possessed by one of the cultists. It describes a dark ritual to be performed deep within the woods south of Arkham this very night. According to the journal, the ritual's completion will open a gate and bring forth the cult's dark master into the world. Ooh, Darth Vader? If the cult is not stopped, Lita warns, there is a possibility that Umbrella's vengeance will consume all in its path. Frightened but determined to stop the ritual, you head into the woods. Into the woods! Carmen's over here doing aerobics. Mind you, introduce my beautiful bride, Carmen.
Hi. I'm stretching.
We start out with 2 Doom on here because during setup it says, depending on how many of the people that you were able to capture during the last one, so we had 3 to 4 left, so 2 Doom are start out on our agenda here.
Oh.
So what's the agenda say? From interrogating members of the conspiracy within Arkham, you have learned that they are performing a rite of vengeance in response to the destruction of one of the monster's lairs. You know, if she would have left the lair alone, it sounds like nothing would have occurred. Yeah, sure, some people would still be munched on, but still. You have entered the woods outside Arkham to try to stop them. The woods seemed unnaturally cold and filled with a deadly silence. And put that back, and then let's read our act. Investigating the trail. The evidence you've gathered has led you into the woods south of Arkham, where you believe a ritual to summon a being called Umbrella is about to take place. Steeling your resolve, you set forth deep into the woods, hoping to find the site of the ritual. We'll need a total of 6 clues to be able to...
I want to see this. I want to see what Umbrella actually is.
Well, it's a really weird name.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like Umbrella better.
Yeah, somebody watching this knows what that is. All right, so we got the ritual site.
Like a I don't know.
And we have the monster. They're both up here, so eventually, hopefully, we can stop the summoning of the monster. We both start out here in the central location. We have 4 other parts of the woods that are surrounding us. There were 2 other locations that were put back in the box. This was selected at random. All right, Carmen, let's think about who wants to go first and what actions we want to take, and we'll be right back. So I got a nice hand of cards, and I have chosen to go first. I think right off the bat, we're going to choose one of my new cards. And this is the Disc of Aluminum. And it says here, when a non-elite enemy spawns at your location, discard this card to discard that enemy. That's pretty fancy.
Not an umbrella? It's not the Disc of Umbrella?
Nope. It's not the Disc of Umbrella. Anyways, seems how my character's not good at fighting. I think that's a good one for me to choose. All right, next. This is a fast one, so it will not cost me an action to put this into play, but it will cost me 1 more of my resources to put it into play, and that will give me +1 while I investigate. Last but not least,
It's not last, because you only took 2. You only took 1 action. Right?
Second but not least, I would like to try to get Daisy's tote bag into play, but we're going to probably wait until our next turn to do that. So I've got 2 more actions. I'm just going to...
Oh, you're going to go? Oh.
Do you think I shouldn't?
Well, I wasn't going to. I was just going to put cards out.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then maybe I should just stay there just in case if something bad pops up. Well, then I will take a resource, and then I'll just spend the 2 resources that I have, and then I'll put out Daisy's tote bag. So Daisy's tote bag will allow me to carry 2 additional hand slots, which can hold tomes.
Sweet.
So, yeah, well, I don't have any out at the moment, though, so it may not even be useful at all. So that would end my turn. We'll go to Carmen.
I have got some really nice cards to start out with, and I think I would like to get my guard dog and my knife out. I would also really like to get my physical training out, so I can't really decide. But this hot streak will help me get everything out. Ta-da! So I have to pay 3 resources, and I gain 10, so just give me 7, and I will discard that.
4, 5, 6, and 7.
And now I can't decide between...
That was a good card to get right off the bat. I would get you a weapon.
Knife out.
Yeah. And I really like that guard dog because he does an automatic wound, doesn't he?
He does an automatic wound, yeah. That would be 4 more resources and all of my actions.
And I got all you. I got all to take care of. So.
I really, really like to get my physical training out, but I guess that's just gonna happen.
We'll wait till the next year for that. We'll start that program up. New Year's. Well, she just cut me right off. I was still talking. So now we go into the enemy phase. There are no enemies. We go into the upkeep phase. Reset your actions. Ready all exhausted cards. Each of us gain a card and a resource. So, resource.
Card.
And a card.
Resource.
Oh, fantastic. I like him. Okay. All right, next we would go into the Mythos phase. We'll place 1 Doom onto the agenda. That's already got 3 on there now. Yeah, that really sucks. It is not satisfied to be able to progress, so we do not do anything there. Now we each draw 1 card off of the top of the Mythos deck. So
Lovely.
I have Rotting Remains. I must test my mind. For each point you fail, take 1 horror. Okay, well, I think I will just go for it. So my mind is 3. There it is, a 3. -2, I have failed, so I take 2 horror. So 2 horror for me. Okay, Carmen, what did you get, sweetie?
I got a ghoul minion.
Well, I'm glad you got it instead of me.
Yeah, but now I'm stuck fighting him instead of doing other things. It's really annoying.
At least you got the dog, right?
That's why you want to put stuff out when you have a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we could try to gang up on him and kill him. So, all right, so it's back into the investigation phase. Let's think about how we want to proceed.
Okay, this really stinks that I have a monster on me already because we're running out of time already. And I'm kind of sweating bullets here, so I'm just going to get this ball rolling as soon as possible. And go into a location. I'll probably just go here because it's closest to me, whatever. Okay, so I am going to hit this guy once with my knife, hopefully. He is a 2. What am I? I am a 4. Okay. And I'll just see what happens. So I got him. Barely.
You're a 4 and he's a 2? Yeah, you hit him once. You had to look at me like math hard.
Math is hard.
She looked at me like, did I just
hit him once. Alright. Now I'm going to move. So that's my second action.
Where you want to go?
Let's just go here.
Okay, so let's see what we got.
We got Shroud of 2.
There'll be 2 clues on it.
This location is investigated using strength instead of the skill indicated by the investigation attempt.
Okay, so you use strength instead of lower.
Okay. And when I moved, that was an action that he's going to retaliate against. Yep. So he's going to hit me for 1 health, which I'm going to put on my guard dog.
Yep.
When an enemy attack deals damage to guard dog, deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy.
Well, he's going to hit you for a mind as well, though.
And yes.
So
and I'm not going to put that on my dog because it would kill him. So
that was 2 actions. You still have 1, so you can use. Why don't you try to get your physical training out instead? And then that'll give you the capacity to increase your.
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea because my strength's only 3. So I will go ahead and put this out for my 3rd action then, I guess. I'm really disappointed that we have no clues so far.
Well, we will. I mean, there's nothing we can do.
All right, your turn.
So, Carmen and I were talking off camera. Should I move over to... I don't want to move here because my strength is only a 2, and it's not like I'm going to be able to gain that clue. I think she's pretty well can have that under control. And now that I've got this out, I'm not as scared about a monster jumping on me. I can discard that to get rid of the monster. So I am going to just head up to here, and we'll see what I come across. All right. When you move out of this location, test your lore. 3 if you fail, cancel. Well, that was actually a great one for me to move into. So, all right. If you notice, though, our symbols are a little funky. You see all these extra symbols down here? That's the locations it's connected to. So some of these should be connected to each other. This is going to be really odd. It's going to be hard to keep track of.
Okay, well,
these two do connect.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, these two connect. So we're okay there. And it does say that the central path, if you look here, the main path is connected to each other woods location. So no matter what, it should always be connected, according to this. Resign as an action. There's nothing we can do to stop them. You flee into the woods, leaving Arkham to its grisly fate. So that's an action we could possibly take, is just to run away, because we bravely ran away. So that was one action, just to move up here. But it just says when you move out of this location, that's when you have to test your lore. So, all right, that's 2 clues that'll go on here. So let's put the 2 clues on here. And let's see, I've got 2 actions left to go. I might as well just try to investigate this location, even though it is a 3. I do have a +1 here, so I'll have a 5, a 6. So let's just investigate and see if I can clear this thing off in this round. So... that's a -4, so that would be a fail. So, yeah, wow. And that would be a -5. So this game's starting off fantastic. So we got a new token in there, guys. So -5, if there is an Ancient One enemy in play, reveal another token. So, yeah, so that did not work out well for us at all. So now we're going to go into the enemy phase. There are no enemies, so we'll now go into our phase. We both get a... resource,
upkeep phase.
And we both get a card. Okay. I used him wrong the last game, guys. I actually just drew the top card. I actually get to search my deck, not just take the top one. That was really stupid of me. And then I ended up getting that silly Necromonicon. So, yeah. Derp, derp. Okay, so now we are going to place another Doom up here, which will advance this. So let's pull that off. Let's flip this over, and let's see what happens. Throughout the woods, a shrieking cry echoes. From somewhere deep in the forest, a score of hideous voices answer the call.
Hideous voices.
Inhuman as the bane of hounds, and yet articulate, repeating in singular name. Articulate hounds. Good job. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the counter deck. There's only like 2 cards here. And discard cards from the top until a monster enemy is discarded. Spawn that enemy at the main path. Then place 1 Doom on that enemy. Oh, okay. So we'll take care of all that off camera. So that would pretty well... Oh, now each of us would have to draw a card. So hang on. We'll do that right now. We'll be right back. Okay, so we just shuffled them 2 in. That was the one actually I had. Okay, I swear to God, I shuffled it, people. Carmen, you are my witness. I shuffled.
I saw you shuffle.
Must not have done it very well, but I did shuffle.
Okay.
All right, so he would go here, and he gets a Doom placed on him, just like that.
Doom.
This just goes away. Now we're on to the next one. It takes 5. So they're chanting the thingy, blah, blah, blah. The chanting builds in intensity, echoing into the cold air of the night. The sparse clouds in the sky coal above the Arkham Woods, blotting out the faint light of the stars. Each enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade. Well, why not? Because, I mean, it's not like this isn't going to be impossible enough as it is. Alright, so from here on out, each enemy has +1 fight and +1 evade. So, and by the way, here's a card, and here's a card.
Now let me guess. An enemy.
Alright, so now I have to test my mind again. For each point you fail by, you must either choose one. Choose and discard a card from your hand, or take 1 damage and 1 horror. For each point I fail by. For each points I fail by.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I think I will use this to increase
Wait, what are you testing?
my mind, but you're not in my location, so it doesn't matter.
Sorry.
I will use this to increase my mind, so that will put me at a 4 at least, but that's really still not very good, because I have to do a 5. I mean, this is ridiculous. And what did I get? A negative what? A negative 3! And if there was a monster here, then I would have taken damage, so that means what? I was a... okay.
Oh, you were a 5.
I was a 4. I was a 4, so I failed by 4. I failed by 4. So I would either have to discard a card for each one I did. Seriously? Choose and discard a card from your hand or take 1 damage, and for each point you fail by, you must either choose one. Choose and discard a card from your hand or take 1 damage and 1 horror.
Wow.
Oh, okay, I mean, that's just like absolute garbage.
You're gonna have to end up doing both, right?
I can't not, you know, what am I going to do here? All right, I'll get rid of both of these. That's 2. And I guess I take 3 damage and 3 horror. Is that right? Because I failed by, I didn't fail by 5.
I have no idea what you failed by.
I had a negative 3. I failed by 4. So I take 2 and 2. Ugh, Jesus. I mean, I'm almost dead already. And the game had just started. This is really ridiculous. All right, and then you got a ravenous ghoul.
Yeah.
So,
How does he work?
He just basically sticks with you.
Okay, because his prey is the lowest remaining health, so that would be like
if we were together. And
if I dodged him or whatever.
Yeah. He's just going to stick with you right now, though. All right, so we'll discuss off camera how we're going to go about taking care of this, and we'll be right back. Well, I'll just go first real quick, and I'll see if I can try to get these clues again. So I'll just spend 1 action. We'll dig in here. I filled everything I've done so far. And negative 1. So finally, that was a successful action. About time. Let's try again. And negative 2. Successful again. So, all right. So that has been completely cleared off now. These are connected. I could go over here for my next action. Why not? Let's just see what it is. All right. This location is investigated by using mind instead of the skill indicator. What is this? This is like the stupidest thing ever. I mean, is it going to be every place we go? It's going to be just, oh, this one's you.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's always lore. Why are they using all these different abilities? I'm not good at anything but lore. Okay, so that would be it for me, and we'll pass it over to Carmen.
Well, I have no choice but to go after this guy or he'll go after me, so yay rah, right? He is 4 in strength because he has the +1. I am a 3 to start off with, and then I can use physical training, which puts me at a 4, and my knife, which would put me at a 5. 6 if I discard it. I think I'll just go ahead and do that. I mean...
Well, if you can hit him for 2 right now...
I could hit him for 2 if I...
And then you could do something else, and then if he strikes back, then your dog will kill him.
So I'm at 6. He's at 4.
Yeah, he's a 4 because he had the +1.
Oh.
And that's a -3.
Which means I just lost.
Yes, you failed.
And if there is a monster enemy at my location, I take 1 damage.
Yeah, there you go. Wow, this is like stacked really stupid against
We're going to lose this.
Well, yeah, I don't understand how you are supposed to win it.
All right, so that was 1 action.
All right, so I
lost my
your
knife.
Yeah, you lost your knife. Did you not spend a resource for your physical training?
I was supposed to.
Okay.
I guess I'll try again. I mean, what am I supposed to do? But then I'll only hit him once, so what would be the point? It wouldn't...
You're going to have to use your entire turn now to try to kill him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not really working out very well for either one of us, to be honest.
What am I... wait, hold on. I've got stuff down here I could use.
Well, you had dodge.
It's play when an enemy attacks you. Okay. Attacks an investigator at your location.
Okay, so you could do something else and then just use dodge.
Yes, I could. But he's... Okay. Right. Why don't I just do that? So I'm trying to get 2 clues. I've got 2. My fight is a 3. I can spend 1 resource, add to that. My strength, whatever. So now I'm at a 4. The shroud is 2.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's going to hit me every time.
Yes, he will hit you every time. So you got one. That's good.
I got 1.
Yep. So you got one of the clues. Go ahead and take it. And now he will strike at you, which means you can just use your dog to hit him.
I will use my dog to hit him.
Or you can use dodge. It's
no, I'm going to use my dog.
All right. So that's 1 wound on him, and then that's a wound and a mental trauma to you, or mental wound to you as well.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get very far in this.
Alright, now I've got 1 more action to go. Do I want to try to get the other clue? I mean, we need 6 clues.
I know.
It's not even gonna...
We got 3 right now.
Oh, jeez.
So we're halfway there. Like the Bon Jovi song. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, you gotta kill the ravenous ghoul. He's got...
I'm gotta hit him at least once, so I guess I'll spend 1 resource and I'll try to hit him.
Okay.
So I'm at...
You don't want to use your unexpected courage card down there?
I'm thinking about it. I'm at 4, he's at 4. I guess I should use it. Just to hit him once, this is just crap.
Well, you should have used it with your knife, is what you should have done, because that was the big hit. But yeah, I didn't realize you had it. But hindsight.
So I'm at 6.
And that's -5.
And I get a -5.
Yeah, oh, man.
At least there's not an Ancient One enemy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
I
Well, that
guess.
was all my actions.
Wow.
Yay.
You didn't do anything either.
I got a clue.
Yeah?
A clue, a clue.
And don't forget, you could still use your dodge for when he attacks
I will.
back. And then that way, you know. Alright, so the enemy phase. That happens now, so he is going to attack you.
And I will use my dodge, fast, play when an enemy attacks an investigator at your location, cancel that attack.
Okay, that costs a resource to be able to do. Alright.
My resources are going fast. I had 10 of them. Gosh.
I know. Alright, no other enemies are out. Now we go to our upkeep phase, so go ahead and get a resource. Draw a card.
This is the you win card.
I don't know if that's in the deck. Alright, so we're going to place a Doom up here. Now we each get a card again. Let's hope you get another monster, right? And, oh, you got the one I had, didn't you? I don't know if you did or not. Alright, Revelation. Put dissonant voices into play in your threat area. You cannot play assets or events. Forced. At the end of the round, discard dissonant voices. Okay? What did you get?
The first time you perform one of the following actions, move, fight, or evade each round, it costs 1 additional action.
Why not, right? Okay, well, we'll be back and we'll gather our thoughts on how we're going to go about trying to defeat this silly scenario. Well, this card here is going to prevent me from putting this card into play that I would have liked to have, which would have allowed me to increase my mind because I need extra mind to be able to try to investigate here. But at the moment, I am still a +1 on mind, and I think, you know, what else am I going to do? I mean, I could draw cards and just see if maybe I get something else better, but at the same time, this is going to prevent me from putting it out, so it doesn't matter. So I'm a +1. We'll see if I get lucky, and maybe I can get one of these clues off. And I did. I got one of them, so...
Yeah.
All right, I've got 2 more
I'm
actions.
going to press my luck, too, I think.
And let's see if I can't get that last one. And I did it! My goodness, there you go. And I've still got 1 action left to go. And we've only need 1 more clue, sweetheart. I've got 4 of them. So, do you want me to... Okay, look. This has been lore. This has been... Oh, I was supposed to, by the way, test my lore. If you fail, cancel the effects of the move. I forgot all about that. That would have been a 3. I would have been a 5, a 6. Yeah, there was a chance I wouldn't have been able to move down here. Yeah, I still made it. So.
Yay.
All right. Regardless, so this is telling me that this is probably going to be the foot, whatever it is, the evade. So there's no sense in me moving down there to do an evade. So instead, I am going to draw a card and choose an investigator at your location. Test my lore. If you succeed, heal 1 damage from that investigator. So that's good if I can get that into play. All right, Carmen, all you, babe.
I don't like this guy.
You like you, Weaver.
Oh, I wish I could evade him. I really do. I'm only at a 4, and he's at a 4 too.
He's a 4 as well, yeah.
So that's not going to help me any.
No.
I would love to put my gun in. It's going to cost me 3 to put it in. He's going to hit me if I put it in. And then that's an action, and if I fight him, it takes 2 actions. So I don't know what to do. I think that no matter what I do, it's a major gamble trying to kill this guy, because obviously we keep drawing -3 and -5.
I didn't the last time. I was -1 and a 0. So maybe good things will happen this time. You never know.
Maybe good things will happen.
I think you should use an action to get your gun in. I think that's a grand idea. I really do.
Okay, but I could use 2 actions to fight him.
No, you can't, because it takes you 2 actions.
No. That's only the first time.
Oh, the first time. Gotcha. Okay.
So I could use 2 actions to fight him and kill him, possibly.
Possibly.
Well, actually, it'd be 3 actions total.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
My problem is, if I want to do 4 actions on this turn, it's going to cost me 2 resources.
Yeah. I think you should get your gun in play. That's a good idea. And let your dog hit him.
If I put my gun in play, there, he's gonna hit me.
I know. You gonna use your dog or not? It's up to you.
No, not right now. No.
Okay.
So he hits me.
There you go.
I mean, my mind is what's gonna go anyway. I'm not even worried about that.
They always say the mind is the first to go.
Halfway there, living on a prayer. All right. Let's try to hit him, I guess, with my gun. This will be all my actions for this turn. So I'm gonna.
You could kill him though, right?
Spend an ammo. Should I spend that too?
Yes, you should.
I'm not gonna get another action.
Right.
See, if I spend that, I don't get another action.
Okay. What does your gun do so that I'm fully aware?
My gun gives me +2 for this attack. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna save it.
Okay, so you're 2.
I'm gonna save it.
You're a plus. You're 5 then, right? So you're
I'm
just
a 5 and
1.
he's a 4.
You're a +1. That's it. Okay, go for it.
I mean,
hey, I agree. If you got 2, you could do it twice, and you might get lucky, and you might get him.
What if I could do it twice? What are you talking about?
That's
oh my gosh!
Now what are you gonna do?
Now I don't have any actions left unless I spend these.
Yeah, well, good thing you didn't spend one and waste it for an insta-fail.
I'm going to spend these, and I'm going to investigate the location, because screw you! Alright, so it's a 2.
He's going to attack you.
I don't care.
Yeah, you do.
My strength is a 3.
I think you should put the camera up there whenever you're digging tokens out so that people can see them out.
No, I'm cheating.
You did.
I hate this game.
God.
I hate this game.
Okay, so now he attacks you. You're going to put it all on your dog?
Yes.
Okay, that was probably a smart thing.
Bye, dog.
All right, enemy phase. Now he attacks you again.
He attacks me again. Oh my god, this sucks.
Yeah, it does. So right there.
All right, I have 2 mind left.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy.
Dissonant voices goes away. Each of us gets a resource and draw a card.
Come on. What is this?
I got guts.
This attack uses evade instead of fight. That's not going to help me much.
That helped you a lot.
Ooh,
all right,
I have 1 resource.
Now we go into the Mythos phase. We're going to place a Doom up here on this. Plus now each of us are going to get a card.
Let me see this lovely card.
I got the same thing.
I enchant evils. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda.
Guess what? Both of us got it at the same time. So both of us got the exact same card. So that's 2 of them go up there.
Look at that.
No. It doesn't. It doesn't progress.
Why?
Look, okay. Well, I'll explain why. Okay. First off, you well, let's get the right card up here so that you guys can see. All right. Place 1 Doom on the agenda. Advance the agenda. Wait a minute. Yeah, actually it will. My bad. It does say right there, this effect can cause the current agenda to advance. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, so here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not getting anywhere. Go ahead, you read it this time.
Okay. A dark presence approaches, and you are assaulted by invisible pressures that bring you to your knees. A terrible force threatens to invade your mind and soul. Your throat clenches and your eyes water as the sensation burns through you. In player order, each investigator must test... What is that, mind? Each investigator who fails must search the collection for a random basic madness weakness and add it to his or her hand. That is what I need.
I mean, why not? I mean, this whole scenario has been absolutely ridiculous so far.
Okay, well...
So you go first.
I'm at a 2. I could add 1 and make it a 3, right?
And what's the... It's a 6?
It's a 6.
It's a 6.
I'm going to fail. There's no point in...
what's the point? Both of us are going to fail. Hey, that's your star. Over here, sweetheart. Over here.
+2 if you succeed. If you succeed, gain 2 resources.
Okay. Well, you didn't succeed.
I didn't succeed. That didn't do me any good at all. That didn't do me any good at all.
So now what does it say you have to do?
So I still would have only been at a 4. So
what do you have to do?
Each investigator who fails must search the collection for a random basic madness weakness.
Why? Why? Why are they doing this?
Why is the difficulty level so ramped up this scenario?
So now it's my turn. So my mind is a 3. I could use guts. I just drew that. And I could discard this one. I might as well. That'll put me at a 6. A 6? A 6? This early? We're only on the 3rd scenario. I find this utterly ridiculous. I had the star. I swear to God, I had the star, and I dropped it. I had the star.
Why did you drop it?
Because I'm stupid. Draw 1 card for each tome. I do not have any tomes. So, unfortunately, but I did succeed. So, I succeeded, but you didn't. So, we have to get you a random basic one out of the box, and we'll be right back with our actions. So, Carmen got psychosis. Let's see what that says. Basic weakness, revelation, add psychosis to your threat area. Forced. After you take 1 or more horror, take 1 direct damage. For 2 actions, you can discard the card. Well, at least you can get rid of it, I guess. Whatever. Alright, so that will now advance the agenda again. You realize we haven't even gotten through the first act, and we're already on the last, and it's only a 5. Alright, agenda 3. The world begins to shift and change as the rituals near its conclusion, and we're still at the woods deciding if we're going to go in, I think. The air grows chilly, and the entire forest is covered in a layer of rime. The trees bend unnaturally, and their shadows lengthen into weird shapes. Forced. When this agenda advances, if the investigators are at Act 1, put the set-aside ritual site into play and spawn the set-aside there. If the investigators are at Act 2 or 3, discard all enemies at the ritual site and spawn the set-aside there.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Alright, so now we are finally at our thing. Alright, Carmen. So... we need just 1 more clue to be able to advance.
Why don't you go first? So pressure's not on me.
Let me think about it. We'll be right back.
Okay, I forgot to try to get rid of this by testing my mind, which is a 2. I test my mind for 3. If I succeed, I discard it. Should I try to add, or should I just forget it because it's still gonna probably fail anyway?
Just leave it there and just don't worry about it. Yeah, just...
see, if you move, fight, or evade, it takes 1 additional action. Because, I mean, I could add +1 to the test, but that would
technically you can't, because you would not have had... Is it at the end of the round? At the end of your turn. Okay, so please bring your camera up here. Show everybody. So it says at the end of your turn. You would not have had that resource at the end of your turn.
I thought I did, so I don't know what I did. So I don't know.
There is a +1. If you should bring the camera up and show that, because you're not going to be cheating.
Oh, look. Is there going to be a +1?
It is a 0, which would have been nice if you could have added 2, but unfortunately you couldn't.
I, for some reason, thought I could. Because I remember thinking, oh, I'm going to test this. Should I use this resource? So I don't know. Whatever. He's gonna kill me.
Just shoot him in the face. You gotta
shoot him in the face.
In the face.
Okay, so should I use everything?
Yeah, you really should.
It's just crap. Then I'm not gonna be able to use a resource to investigate with.
It's not working out well, is it?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. What if I draw an insta fail again? You know,
You've
I mean,
got
it's
two
just,
actions to fight. You got 2 actions. Just get him.
My fight is a 5.
You're a +1 then.
He's a 4.
Hey, wait, no, he's not a 4 anymore. Look.
He's not. He's a
Go
3.
up here. Come up here with the camera, please.
Yeah.
It's no more a +1 and 1.
Got it. Okay.
So we're okay now. He's just so you're good. You got him. Yay!
Got it, and I didn't spend that.
Yay!
Finally made a good decision.
Yes, there we go. Now you finally pulled a token that ain't screwing you over a barrel. So now you can investigate.
Now I can investigate.
All right.
Now I will spin this.
Okay. So that means you're what? You're a +2 right now. What are you doing? What are you thinking, sweetheart?
Nothing. Okay. So why am I a +2? I'm just a +1.
Oh, it uses fight, right?
Oh, right. I'm a +2.
Okay.
Because, yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
It's a Trout of 2. And...
That's okay. We won't talk about that. All right, my turn. All right, well, I mean, we got to get this stupid final clue. I'm going to... This would have to... I really want to know what this is, so I am just going to go here. Let's just see what this is. The location, it is. So, you use evade. So, what the hell, man?
So you pretty much knew it was going to use evade.
I had a pretty good idea because everything else was already used up, and it seems like that's the whole thing. They're just like, okay, with this one uses
I
this.
can't help you now because you're not on my location. Right.
That was just one action to be able to move there. So I'll use my second action to move here. My evade and my strength are both the same, but now that we're together, I've got one action left. Let's see if I can get this. I will discard my one fist here. Now I'm a 3.
You're a +3 or you're just 3?
I'm just 3.
You're just a +1. So I'll give you another one now. You're a +2.
All right. Let's see what happens. 0! And we got it!
Oh.
Hey! Huzzah! Let's turn these stupid things in.
Do we have to use an action to turn them in? Because that would really
you don't
just
have to
ruin
use
everything.
an
Okay.
as crappy as everything's been going, no.
I would not be surprised.
Okay, let's read the back here. Scattered throughout the forest, you've seen glyphs and arcane sigils in various places, etched into the bark of trees, carved upon the faces of stones, and dripping in blood upon the ground. Though you cannot,
Thanks, Lita.
though you cannot decipher these glyphs, you notice that most of them tend to face south. Following these signs lead you by twists and turns towards a cave in the darkest and coldest part of the forest. As you advance, shadowy figures emerge from the trees, blocking the only path to the cave. Put the set-aside ritual site into play, if it is not already in play. Search the collection for each enemy recorded in your campaign log under cultists who got away, and spawn those enemies at the main path. So, this comes into play, and I guess we'll just put it there. And now I gotta... Alright, I have to dig through the box and pull out the other ones that got away, I guess. So, alright, so... The remaining cultists have followed you into the woods to try and stop you, and now they block your path to your objective. They stand ominously beneath the overhanging trees, silent sentinels in the night. You must defeat them or sneak past if you are to gain access to the site of their ritual. Objective: if an investigator enters the ritual site, advance. So just if an investigator?
Okay.
So, okay, so we'll pull them out. We'll be right back.
Than you.
All right, guys. Well, here's everything. We've got all these monsters and crap, and we had quite the extensive conversation on what in the world this act means, because it seems pretty simple. One person moves there, all the monsters engage with them, the other person just runs past, and we can't find anything to contend against that. I mean, it does... All it just says, objective. If an investigator enters the ritual site, advance. Okay, well, that's it.
Well, it says somewhere about that you have to...
Well, they stand beneath the overhanging trees, silent sentinels of the night. You must defeat them or sneak past if you are to gain access to the site of their ritual.
So, does having them engaged with a different investigator mean that you can sneak past? Or is sneak past an evade action? We don't know.
To me... It seems to me if they're engaged with you, then I can sneak past. I don't know. I mean, it's not very specific. To me, it is poorly worded, extremely poorly worded. But I would assume that with 2 investigators, that if they engage with you, then I should be able to move freely past them.
Why are they engaging with me?
Well, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm throwing you forward as the victim. All right, so we are at the enemy phase, so nothing's going to happen there.
Throw me under the bus.
You need to do your thing, so go ahead and do that.
Okay, I'm testing my mind. Which is a 2. And I'm testing a 3. Well, X is the number of monster enemies in play. Nice.
Yeah,
okay,
well.
so that was a -4. So I lose.
You still got that dumb thing, then.
I still have it.
I mean, this is... Okay. All right, draw a card as well. All right. Well, this is actually a good card for... This might actually benefit us pretty good here, because this could allow us to possibly get your dynamite. We need the dynamite. Blow the shiznot out of them. All right, so now we're into the Mythos phase. Let's add a Doom up here. We are not going to get past this. You know that, right? All right. Test my evade 3. For each point you fail, take 1 damage. This could kill me.
Nice.
Yeah, this could be it for me. My evade's only a 2.
Evade?
Yeah.
Nope, I don't have anything for you.
Not even a question mark?
Nope.
That looks like a question mark.
Commit only to a skill test you are performing.
Oh. Yep. All right. This might be it for me. This might be it for me. -2. I was a 2. So that means I fail by 3, right? So I take a point of damage. I am dead. That's it for me. So I'm out. It's all you now. Whee!
Okay. What? You died and I still play? Why do I still play?
Just finish what you got and then I'll explain to you. You got dissonant voices now.
I got dissonant voices. So, I mean, all I was going to do was, like, draw cards and get stuff. I mean...
Okay. Well, I'll explain to you what happens to me in a bit.
Draw cards and get stuff?
Sweetheart.
I cannot play assets or events.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So here, what happens to me basically is that I'm pretty well done. So, and it is pretty well just you at this point. And then I'm going to take 1 physical trauma because I had too many wounds on me. All right. Now we are in.
Okay, am I playing? I mean, what's going on? I don't understand. I never took a turn.
Right.
I'm not supposed to take a turn?
Well, I was trying to get to that.
Oh, okay.
So now we're at the end of the Mythos phase, and we are going into your action. So we'll discuss about how you need to go about business.
Okay. The situation is that in order to win this scenario, I have to fight or evade 4 monsters, all in 1 turn, because if I get to the enemy phase, they will kill me. They will kill me.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I also have Frozen in Fear, which makes it to where I do not have 3 actions. I only have 2 actions per turn if I'm going to do anything that has to do with those stupid monsters. I've had Frozen in Fear this entire game. Yeah. Cannot get rid of it. Alright, Dissonant Voices makes it to where I cannot play assets or events, but it is going to get discarded at the end of this round. So at this round, I could get rid of Psychosis, but why does it even matter? I'm going to die anyway. So I'm going to draw a card and we'll see what happens. 1 action, draw a card. Emergency cash, gain 3 resources. That's pretty good. 2 action, I'm going to draw another card. What is this? It's Guts. That's going to help me with my mind. That's good, right?
Yeah, I'll try to help you get rid of that card.
Should I use my emergency cash? Let's just draw another card. Let's just okay, Hard Knocks. That would help me with evade and fight. So that's good. All right, okay. Well, that was all 3 of my actions.
Keep it going. So now basically we go into the enemy phase, but the enemies aren't going to do anything, right?
They're not hunters.
No, none of them are. So you'll get a resource and you get to draw a card.
Okay. Sneak attack. Deal 2 damage to an exhausted enemy. That's not going to help me anymore.
No. All right. So now we had a Doom up here. So now you're at 3.
I'm at 3 Doom.
And you just placed another one on there, didn't you?
Place one doom on the current agenda.
So now you're at 4, so this
I'm
is
at
your
4
last
doom.
round.
This is my last round?
Yep.
Okay, wait. At the end of my turn, I was supposed to test this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to use Guts. What else? Shouldn't something else be able to help me? I guess I'll spend a resource. So that gives me +3. So I'm a 5 now. I'm a 5. My test is at 3. Oh, wait. I'm at 6.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, look at that. I got
Finally
rid of
got
that.
rid of
Okay. And I get to keep that. Ha ha!
Okay.
Opportunist worked for me.
All right, so now you're back at your phase, which you got 3 actions.
Because we got 3 actions to get past those.
There's no way. I mean, to me, if you use an action to resign, they're not all going to hit you for resigning, are they? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
I think you move there and you resign, and let's get the crap out of here, because otherwise it's done. You're done at the end of this round.
I'm done. Yes. Okay.
All right, so...
So my only choice, move in there, resign.
All right, so, and you're the only investigator, so we've each resigned. Let's see what happens. Does it give you it doesn't say anything, so... All right, if no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated. Too frightened to face her fate, Lita flees into the night. She realizes that she has failed, and blah blah blah's vengeance will pursue her wherever she goes. The creature's tendrils spread throughout the city of Arkham, searching for her. It lurks in the darkness of every corner, tugging at the seams of reality, but Lita is nowhere to be found.
Get her umbrella.
So the creature dwells in the shadows to this day, killing. In your campaign log, record that Arkham succumbed to the terrible vengeance of Umbrella. Each surviving investigator is killed.
Huh.
The investigators lose. That's it.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, so that worked out real well for us. Well, you were going to die anyways, so... Okay.
There you go.
That's it. So, nothing fancy to do. We just got to scenario 3,
I should have
and
gone
we
out
lost pretty
fighting instead of
miserably.
resigning if I
Well,
was going to die anyway.
You would have died pretty quick, so... Alright, let's, I guess, give our final thoughts on what we think of this game. You remember at the beginning when I said we were going to take down the bad guy?
Yeah.
We never even got to meet him.
This, the difficulty level from the second one to the last one is...
Insurmountable?
What happened?
I don't understand why the, I mean, I guess I kind of get it. I mean, you don't want it to be an easy situation, but why even give you the option to resign if that just instantly
If it
kills off
doesn't
your
help you
investigator?
anyway.
I don't
It
understand
didn't do any
that.
good to resign, I guess, so that I didn't waste my turn.
You don't know that ahead of
turn.
time. Yeah, you don't know that ahead of time.
No.
But then you go into it, and then it's like, oh yeah, well, you were killed in the process.
I thought resigning was going to help us. Something, you know?
I don't know. It doesn't make much sense.
But it's
to
the
me.
end. It's the last scenario, so it's not like...
No, I don't
what
know.
difference
I mean,
would it
it's
make?
supposed to continue on, and you're supposed to be able to do other sets, and your character's supposed to keep progressing. But I don't know. I mean, this. I feel very limited in what I can do here a lot of times because
Yes.
I'm just stuck doing the one thing that's in front of me, and I can't complete that task. And it's the very first scenario. As long as we stuck together, we were able to overcome any obstacle.
Yeah.
That's just not the case anymore. And when you go into a skill that says that you have to pass it with a 6, and
Right.
don't get me wrong, some of the other creatures were tough.
Well, this is what I don't understand. You go into a skill, you're supposed to pass it with a 6, okay? There's no way to permanently...
Increase your stats.
Increase my stats.
That's what I'm getting at. It all is dependent upon you being lucky enough to have the right cards in your hand to be able to pass. But of course, you don't know going into that situation of what cards you're going to need.
And generally, if you're lucky enough to have the right cards even, you're going to have to spend them or spend resources.
Yeah.
And that's going to incredibly weaken you for the next task you have to do.
You do realize
So-
the amount of actions that we took, you had somewhere around 14 resources in your possession, and you burned up every single one of them. That, boom, just all gone, just like that.
Really fast.
So
really.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see without permanently increasing your stats, it makes no sense.
No, and that's what I guess I'm looking at too, is that if we would have been able to say, now pick one of your skills and give it a +1, then I would have been able to look at this and say, oh, okay, cool. But as it is, I mean, I don't know. I'm a little soured based upon this last scenario because it just seems like it was set up perfectly to do nothing but just discourage you from being able to win the game. And I don't know. That just seems impossible. And now, don't get me wrong. I do want a challenge, but not one that's so impossibly unbalanced that really you don't really have a shot unless you're just absolutely lucky across the board.
Right. Well, I feel like the second scenario really was that way, though. I mean, it was. But we were so close to losing so many times. But I
still felt like we had a chance with that one. This one, I never felt like we had a chance. We were drawing miserable at the very beginning, which put us behind the 8 ball right off the bat, and then we were just never able to overcome that.
I mean, I could have had a chance if we killed the monster that was already in the main path. And then I was able to use my extra action, and I was able to succeed with all 3 of my evade. That's the only way I had a chance.
Well, we had an incredible amount of bad luck in this whole last scenario. Yeah. We were drawing just the worst tokens, -4, insta-fails, the -5s. And I don't know. I guess what I'm getting at is that this doesn't really motivate me to want to try to play again if that's the way that this game is just going to end up being.
Well, there's another reason you're not motivated to play again. And it's because anytime we have a question about something, enemy engagement is always I question it every single time.
Such a hard time with it.
Okay, but I have to look it up every time, and the problem is it's in 3 different areas in these rule books.
It's not in 3 different areas. This is your scenario, so you never really.
It's in 2 different rule books, but it's in 3 different areas.
Right.
You read one area, you don't get the answer, and you think, oh, well, this, and it's only in 1. The answer's in 1 out of the 3 that talk about enemy engagement.
Well, I don't know if I 100% agree with you on that. We are very frustrated because we constantly do end up having to look things up, which it happened in this one too, and maybe that's put us in.
I mean,
you were in a real bad mood.
My problem, because I've been having, I have this migraine seizure thing going on lately, and I'm not thinking very clearly, so I can't remember the rule about enemy engagement. And I have to look it up.
And then she don't trust me when I try to explain it to her.
I have to see it for myself.
And then she wants to look at it herself, but then she can't find it, and then she gets herself all flustered, and then I has to mansplain it to her, and she don't get it.
Mansplaining does not work on me. The rules could be put together better, in my opinion.
All right, so I want to ask you the big golden question here.
And we had to look it up. If the monsters were engaged with someone, could we sneak past them? We still don't know the answer.
Yeah, man. That's the one thing. Okay, so all 4 of the monsters are at the main if both of us would have been alive there at the end.
Right.
We won't even get into that.
If both of us were alive.
But all 4 monsters were right there, okay? So couldn't Carmen's character move in, all 4 engage with her, and then I would have been able to move past, and would that be a sneak past? I don't know. Or are we forced to defeat all 4, well, the 3 cultists mainly, to be able to get by?
No idea.
No idea. But it doesn't matter. So I guess the golden question is this. Do you like the game still?
I really don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's a heavy game, and I'm just not prepared to play a heavy game right now. And this just happens to be what we needed to, finish for our channel, so I'm not sure.
That's not really the answer I was looking for.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, it has kind of me. I mean, this is just one of those LCGs, and I mean, I know going into it, she was all excited, and I said I'd buy into it. I don't know. I might not worry about buying anymore. In fact, I might just sell it all off because it's going to be a money pit, and it's going to take me right back to where I originally was at the very beginning of when I first started playing this, and that I just don't want to get too heavily invested into a system that I'm really not just doing cartwheels and flipping out and playing very often. And I know that that's exactly what's going to happen here. I'm going to buy set after set after set, and the next thing you know, it's collecting dust after dust after dust, layers, and it's not going to get played enough. So this is probably going to be it for me with this game. I mean, I'll think about it, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to want to play this anymore after this. It just, it is what it is.
I think it's a combination of events. to be honest. But the fact that we just lose and we have no recourse. We just lost. That puts a sour taste in my mouth.
I don't want to say that that's the reason why I don't want to play it. Just that I felt really at this scenario really proved that my character is limited to just one thing that she is good at.
Yeah.
And
there's no way to permanently up your stats.
And I really can't do much of anything else. All I can do is investigate my site. And then this one proved that if I'm not good at fight, I can't investigate that area. I'm not good at evade, I can't investigate that area. And I got lucky that I was able to investigate the other one that took the money.
I feel like with Eldritch Horror, for an example, when we first started playing, it was really difficult for us, but our skills increased. We got better at the game, and it's not. We've played this enough that our skills should have increased. I mean, I'm not talking about just our characters. I mean, we know what we're doing here, and it just didn't happen. It was stacked against us.
You just admitted you don't know what you're doing. I keep having to look up monsters engaging with you. All right, guys. Well, hey, enough of this. We are done with this one for a while, maybe permanently.
At least we're done with it for a while.
Yeah. Right? And we're going to move on to some other games.
That's a relief.
And we're going to move on to some really simple games like tic-tac-toe and checkers and things like that for Carmen and her
I can't
brain.
I can't. Checkers, man.
You
cheated!
Alright, you'll have to go over the rules. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. We lost miserably. We never got to see the big bad guy, but this is what he would have looked like if...
Ooh.
Is that going to focus in or not? You see him right there? That's what he would have been if we actually would have fought him. He looks like some sort of tornado. An angry tornado.
You know what?
With
then
eyes.
We would have lost.
Yeah.
Because we were almost... dead before we got to him, so there you go.
And he would have gotten +4 health per investigator, which would have put him at 14 health. So, yeah, that would have been that. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.
Bye.